Sage here reporting for Kalkine Media. Thank you for joining us as we bring you a breaking trending news topic on the Australian housing market. So the Australian housing market indicators prove a price rise is on the cards for 2021. Governments have traditionally created policies that back the homeowners, and with more business and consumer confidence emerging in a post-pandemic affected society, the Australian housing market is seeing an increase in volume of buyers and sellers, creating traction in the market. But the pulse is not happening in Australia's largest cities, Sydney and Melbourne. ABS, or Australian Bureau of Statistics, data shows that during the hard lockdown months of April to June 2020, there was what seemed like a mass interstate migration out of Melbourne, northbound to Brisbane. Brisbane and Perth were the only states to actually have more people arriving than leaving for the third quarter of calendar year 2020, supporting Brisbane's 2% increase in house prices in the September quarter in comparison to the 2019 timeframe period. This is especially interesting as data shows less properties are for sale from this time last year, which could be due to the decrease in Australia's overall population due to pandemic-instigated international migration. To sketch an outline of what's been happening, we've seen construction dominate, with new homes being built in the developing suburbs of Greater Sydney and Melbourne. This is due to stimulus offered by the government's Home Builder scheme and increased approval in building approvals. Home Builder grant applications are still being accepted by the Office of State Revenue till the 14th of April 2021. Decreased interest rates are fundamentally having an effect on lending, and the nod from the Governor of the RBA, or the Reserve Bank of Australia, indicates that they should remain at present levels for at least the next 3 years. December 2020 saw $19.9 billion of owner-occupied loans taken out of home buyers, or taken out for home buyers. This was more than the same period last year by 37%. 2017 saw the last surge in new investor lending, and December 2020 saw that peak exceeded for the first time since then. A strong aggregate towards an impending house market price surge for 2021. The smaller states such as Queensland, WA and South Australia seem to be where the largest increase in house prices is occurring. The patterns also show that a move to regional Australia and the suburbs where detached housing is the norm is in favour, with the 1.7% rise in this area. Although prices in Perth, Sydney and Melbourne did dip in September 2020, all states are now showing strong movements towards an increase in housing prices overall for 2021. It'll be interesting to see how this pans out over the course of the year. Thanks for joining us. This is Sage reporting for Kalkine Media.